The stars stretched like silver threads against the infinite black canvas of space, silent witnesses to the moment humanity would change forever. Captain Hyun Park stood motionless on the bridge of the USS Blackstar, her dark eyes scanning the holographic displays that flickered with complex data streams. Earth had been preparing for this moment for decades. While alien civilizations saw humans as a primitive species confined to a single planet, they remained oblivious to the technological revolution brewing behind closed research facilities and underground laboratories. The Blackstar represented humanity's ultimate secret weapon, a warship so advanced it could potentially rewrite the rules of interstellar conflict. The ship's quantum adaptive hull absorbed and redirected energy signals, making traditional scanning technologies useless. Its revolutionary propulsion system could jump between star systems faster than any known alien technology. Every component had been designed with one primary objective: to demonstrate humanity's unexpected technological superiority. Captain Park, a veteran of multiple deep space exploration missions, understood the weight of her responsibility. Her crew represented the best Earth had to offer: engineers, tactical specialists, and scientists who had dedicated their lives to this singular mission. Each member knew they were not just soldiers, but ambassadors of human potential. Lieutenant J. Kim, the ship's weapons systems specialist, ran another diagnostic check. His fingers moved swiftly across holographic interfaces, verifying every microscopic detail of the ship's offensive capabilities. Behind him, a team of technicians monitored complex quantum computational networks that could process millions of tactical scenarios in mere milliseconds. The Galactic Hegemony, a confederation of alien civilizations that had dominated interstellar politics for centuries, had long considered humans as a potential threat. Their intelligence reports suggested that humans were technologically primitive, spread across a few solar system colonies with limited space travel capabilities. What they didn't know was that humanity had been deliberately hiding its true technological advancement. Years of secret research, massive investments in quantum computing, advanced materials science, and revolutionary propulsion technologies had created the USS Blackstar. It was more than a warship, it was a statement of human ingenuity and potential. Commander Sung Wong reviewed the mission parameters one last time. Their objective was not just to engage the alien fleets but to send a clear, unambiguous message: humanity was not a species to be underestimated or conquered. Every system on the Blackstar had been designed with multiple redundancies, ensuring that even if parts of the ship were damaged, its core functionality would remain intact. The ship's artificial intelligence, nicknamed Guardian, integrated tactical data from multiple sources, creating predictive models that could anticipate enemy movements with unprecedented accuracy. This was not just a linear computational process but a dynamic, learning system that could adapt in real time. As the Blackstar prepared to leave Earth's solar system, Captain Park felt a mix of anticipation and calm. She knew that whatever happened in the next few hours would determine humanity's future in the galactic community. Would they be seen as conquerors, defenders, or something entirely new? The ship's quantum drive hummed to life, creating a subtle vibration that resonated through its massive frame. Star systems began to blur as the Blackstar prepared for its first faster-than-light jump. The crew remained focused, their training and preparation condensed into this singular moment of potential transformation. Outside, the vast emptiness of space seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the moment when humanity would step onto the grand stage of interstellar politics. The USS Blackstar was more than a ship, it was a symbol of human potential, innovation, and an unbreakable spirit of exploration and defiance. As the first quantum jump sequence initiated, Captain Hyun Park whispered almost imperceptibly, "We are ready." The universe was about to meet humanity on its own terms. The silence of deep space shattered as the alien battlegroup emerged from a quantum tunnel. Massive ships, each easily dwarfing the USS Blackstar, moved in precise geometric formations. Their metallic hulls gleamed with advanced energy shields and weapon systems that had conquered hundreds of star systems. Lieutenant J. Kim's hands moved with lightning precision across the holographic interfaces. His eyes, calm and focused, tracked the incoming alien vessels. The Galactic Hegemony's fleet believed this would be another routine encounter, another primitive species about to be subjugated. They were wrong. The first alien commander, a tentacled creature named Varric, transmitted a standard submission demand. His translation matrix carried a tone of absolute certainty, a voice that had demanded surrender from countless civilizations. Human vessel, power down your systems and prepare for boarding. Resistance is mathematically improbable. Captain Hyun Park said nothing. She simply nodded at J. Kim. The Blackstar's quantum disruptors powered up. Unlike traditional weapons that fired plasma or kinetic rounds, these weapons manipulated fundamental quantum states. Where conventional weapons destroyed through brute force, quantum disruptors unraveled molecular bonds at the subatomic level. 3 massive Imperial cruisers appeared in the targeting matrix. J. Kim's finger touched the activation sequence. Silence erupted into spectacular destruction. The first cruiser dissolved from its center outward, its advanced energy shields proving useless against quantum manipulation. Molecular structures simply ceased to exist, turning the massive warship into cosmic dust within milliseconds. The second and third ships experienced similar fates, their complex technologies unraveling faster than their crews could comprehend. Varroc's communication channel filled with panicked transmissions. Alien languages translated into pure electronic terror. Their most advanced defense systems had been rendered completely ineffective in seconds. The Guardian AI began analyzing the engagement, recording every microscopic detail of the quantum weapon's performance. Machine learning algorithms processed the data, preparing potential improvements for future encounters. Captain Park watched the expanding cloud of atomic debris where 3 massive warships had existed moments before. Her expression remained neutral, but a subtle hint of satisfaction crossed her features. Humanity had just demonstrated its technological superiority in the most dramatic way possible. Quantum communication networks across the galactic hegemony's territories began lighting up. Video recordings of the Blackstar's engagement spread faster than light, showing how a single human vessel had obliterated a superior force without taking any damage. The psychological impact would be more devastating than the physical destruction. Lieutenant Kim turned to Captain Park. Quantum weapons performed at 99.7% theoretical efficiency, Captain. Minor calibration recommended for future engagements. Park nodded. Transmit the engagement logs to Earth Command. Let them see what we're capable of. The Blackstar's systems hummed with potential, like a predator that had just displayed its most terrifying capabilities. Alien civilizations watching would understand one fundamental truth: humanity was not a species to be underestimated. As cosmic radiation slowly dispersed the remnants of the alien cruisers, the USS Blackstar moved silently through space. Its quantum drives prepared for the next jump, the next potential engagement. The first message had been sent. The war had begun. The universe would never be the same. Commander Sung Wong understood that true victory wasn't about destroying ships, but breaking spirits. The psychological warfare would be more powerful than any weapon the Blackstar possessed. The communication systems of the USS Blackstar began broadcasting across multiple alien frequency bands. Every transmission was carefully crafted to demonstrate humanity's technological superiority and calculated psychological dominance. Holographic projections showed the complete destruction of the previous alien battle group. Raw, unedited footage revealed how 3 massive Imperial cruisers had been reduced to atomic dust within seconds. No dramatic music, no heroic narratives, just pure, clinical technological demonstration. On thousands of alien worlds, populations watched in growing terror. The propaganda machines of the galactic hegemony, which had portrayed humans as primitive and weak, now crumbled under the weight of indisputable evidence. Alien communication networks buzzed with panic. Military strategists tried analyzing the quantum disruption technology, but their computational systems couldn't even comprehend the fundamental physics behind the Blackstar's weapons. Commander Wong selected specific transmission frequencies that would penetrate deep into Imperial territories. Each broadcast included precise technical specifications, not to boast, but to demonstrate that humanity was offering a transparent challenge. This wasn't just warfare, this was a scientific exhibition of technological supremacy. The Guardian AI assisted in crafting messages that would strategically destabilize the galactic hegemony's internal structures. By revealing humanity's capabilities, they were simultaneously undermining the confidence of subject races within the Imperial system. On distant worlds, populations began questioning their leadership. If humans could destroy advanced warships so effortlessly, what else might they be capable of doing? The seeds of doubt were carefully planted, ready to germinate and create internal fractures. Military commanders across alien civilizations watched the transmission loops repeatedly. Their tactical algorithms collapsed under the weight of this new technological paradigm. Humanity had not just introduced a new weapon, they had fundamentally altered the mathematical models of interstellar conflict. The broadcasts continued, relentless and clinical. No emotional rhetoric, no dramatic declarations, just pure, calculated information that spoke louder than any traditional propaganda. Lieutenant J. Kim monitored the psychological impact metrics. Alien communication traffic showed increasing signs of confusion, fear, and internal dissent. The Blackstar's psychological strike was working perfectly. Captain Hyun Park observed the unfolding scenario with calculated calm. Every transmission was another strategic move in a complex galactic chess game. They weren't just fighting a war, they were reshaping the entire understanding of interstellar power dynamics. The Guardian AI calculated that within 72 standard hours, multiple subject races within the galactic hegemony would begin formal discussions about potential separation. The psychological damage was spreading faster than any physical weapon could travel. Alien intelligence networks tried desperately to analyze the transmissions, to find weaknesses, to understand the human strategy. But each attempt only revealed more about their own technological limitations. On Earth, military strategists watched the psychological operation unfold. This was more than a military engagement, this was a calculated dismantling of an entire imperial structure through pure technological demonstration. The USS Blackstar continued its silent journey through space, each transmission a precise surgical strike against the galactic hegemony's confidence. No dramatic explosions, no traditional warfare, just pure, calculated technological superiority. The universe was watching. And humanity had just changed the rules of engagement forever. As transmission signals continued to spread across multiple star systems, one thing became crystal clear: the galactic hegemony would never be the same again. The psychological strike had begun, and its impact would be far more devastating than any physical weapon. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage. And they were here to stay. Dr. Yoon Kim's artificial intelligence systems represented humanity's most advanced technological achievement. The Guardian AI, integrated deeply within the USS Blackstar's computational networks, began systematically analyzing and predicting the galactic hegemony's entire infrastructural framework. Each quantum computational cycle processed millions of tactical scenarios, identifying critical vulnerabilities within the alien imperial system. The AI wasn't just analyzing military targets, it was mapping economic networks, communication pathways, and logistical supply chains. Imperial supply routes began collapsing mysteriously. Transportation networks experienced unexplained disruptions. Communication satellites suddenly went dark, cutting off entire planetary systems from central command. These weren't random occurrences, they were precisely calculated interventions. The Guardian AI understood something fundamental: modern warfare wasn't about destroying ships, but dismantling systems. Every digital intervention was a surgical strike designed to create maximum psychological and operational impact. Lieutenant J. Kim monitored the systematic deconstruction. Holographic displays showed Imperial territories fragmenting in real time. Entire star systems were being isolated, their technological infrastructure compromised without a single physical weapon being fired. Alien civilizations watched in growing terror as their most secure networks became compromised. The Blackstar's technological infiltration was so advanced that traditional defensive mechanisms seemed laughably primitive. Quantum communication channels became humanity's primary weapon. Each transmission carried complex algorithmic sequences that could penetrate the most advanced alien security protocols. Where traditional hackers might take months to breach a system, the Guardian AI did it in milliseconds. Captain Hyun Park observed the operation with calculated precision. This wasn't just a military engagement, it was a complete systemic reconstruction of galactic power dynamics. Strategic nodes within the galactic hegemony began experiencing total communication blackouts. Military commanders found their tactical networks compromised, unable to communicate or coordinate defensive strategies. The AI was 3 steps ahead, predicting and neutralizing potential counteractions before they could even be conceived. Economic systems started fragmenting. Trade routes were disrupted, financial networks destabilized. The Guardian AI understood that modern warfare was about creating systemic collapse through calculated digital interventions. Alien populations began experiencing widespread technological failures. Transportation systems malfunctioned. Communication networks became unreliable. The very infrastructure that had maintained Imperial control started crumbling from within. Dr. Yoon Kim's predictive algorithms showed that within weeks, the galactic hegemony would lose over 60% of its operational capabilities. Not through physical destruction, but through pure technological manipulation. The USS Blackstar moved silently through space, its true weapon not being its quantum disruptors, but the complex AI systems integrated into its core. Each movement, each transmission was a calculated step towards systematic Imperial dismantling. Alien civilizations that had once believed themselves technologically superior now realized their fundamental limitations. Humanity hadn't just introduced a new weapon, they had fundamentally reimagined the concept of warfare. Lieutenant Kim's display showed Imperial territories fragmenting like a complex digital puzzle being slowly disassembled. No dramatic explosions, no traditional military confrontations, just pure, calculated technological superiority. The Guardian AI continued its relentless systematic deconstruction. Communication networks, economic systems, military infrastructures, nothing was safe from its precise, calculated interventions. Captain Park understood they were writing a new chapter in galactic history. This wasn't just about defeating an enemy, it was about demonstrating humanity's unprecedented technological potential. As Imperial systems continued to collapse, one thing became abundantly clear: the galactic hegemony's days were numbered. The systematic dismantling had begun, and there was no turning back. The universe was witnessing a technological revolution. And humanity was leading the charge. The final moments of the galactic hegemony arrived not with a thunderous battle, but with a quiet surrender that echoed across countless star systems. Captain Hyun Park stood on the bridge of the USS Blackstar, watching as the last remnants of the Imperial fleet transmitted their unconditional capitulation. Alien civilizations that had once ruled with absolute authority now knelt in technological submission. The Guardian AI had systematically dismantled their entire infrastructure without firing a single traditional weapon. Communication networks showed desperate transmissions from Imperial leaders, their voices filled with a mixture of fear and reluctant acceptance. Lieutenant J. Kim monitored the final communication channels. Holographic displays revealed the complete collapse of the galactic hegemony's central command. Entire planetary systems were breaking away, seeking negotiation with humanity. The power dynamics of the universe had shifted in mere weeks. Dr. Yoon Kim's predictive models had been perfect. The systematic technological intervention had worked precisely as calculated. Humanity had not just won a war, they had fundamentally transformed galactic political structures. The USS Blackstar became more than a ship. It was a symbol of technological triumph, a testament to human potential that would be remembered for generations. Each quantum system, each carefully designed component represented humanity's unexpected capability to challenge established galactic powers. Alien civilizations began sending diplomatic envoys. Their once proud military commanders now approached with cautious respect, understanding that humanity represented a completely different level of technological advancement. The negotiations were not about conquest, but about establishing a new interstellar framework. Captain Park understood the significance of this moment. This wasn't just a military victory, it was a philosophical transformation. Humanity had demonstrated that technological innovation could be more powerful than traditional military might. The Guardian AI processed billions of potential diplomatic scenarios, ensuring that humanity's position remained strong but not overtly aggressive. Each communication was carefully calculated to establish respect rather than fear. Planetary systems that had been oppressed under the galactic hegemony began sending messages of support to Earth. They saw humanity not as conquerors, but as liberators who had used technology to break centuries of imperial control. Lieutenant Kim's displays showed the complete fragmentation of the old imperial structures. Military bases went dark, communication networks collapsed, and entire administrative systems became obsolete. The transformation was complete. Dr. Yoon Kim's team began analyzing the technological data from the conflict. Every quantum disruption, every AI-driven intervention would become a case study in future military and technological research. Humanity had rewritten the rules of interstellar engagement. The USS Blackstar moved slowly through space, its quantum drives humming with a quiet efficiency that spoke volumes about human technological capability. It was no longer just a warship, it was a diplomatic instrument, a symbol of humanity's unexpected potential. Alien civilizations began requesting technological exchanges. They wanted to understand how humanity had achieved such a comprehensive victory. The Guardian AI carefully filtered these requests, ensuring humanity's technological superiority remained protected. Captain Park received congratulatory messages from Earth. But she understood that this was just the beginning. The real challenge would be managing the new galactic political landscape that humanity had just created. The final resolution wasn't about destruction. It was about demonstrating that technological innovation, strategic thinking, and calculated intervention could achieve what traditional warfare could never accomplish. As cosmic radiation painted silent patterns across the Blackstar's adaptive hull, humanity stood at the threshold of a new era. The galactic hegemony was gone. A new chapter in interstellar civilization was about to begin. The universe would never be the same again. And humanity had made sure of that.